What's up, everybody? Gonna make some special homemade chili this morning. This is Michelle's dad's special recipe here. So I'm gonna show you guys how we do it. It's my favorite kind of chili I've ever had. Hopefully you guys will like it too. The first thing you gotta do, 2 pounds. We use turkey. You can use deer meat. You can use beef, but we use turkey or deer meat is the only way I've ever made it. I've never made it with beef unless my wife hollers from the other room and says otherwise. So we're going to brown 2 pounds of ground turkey. That's the first thing we got to do. You got one of these little chunk of things. Kind of get it all mashed up inside there, ready to go. Okay, so while the ground turkey is getting browned up, you're going to chop up 1 bell pepper. I use about half an onion. You can do a full onion if you like a lot of onions, but I use about a half an onion. Chop it up as big or small as you like it. I like it pretty small because I don't want big chunks of pepper or onion, but I want the flavor in there. So, you gotta chop that up, put that in. Alright, with that we're going to add about a half an onion. As soon as you've got the onion and bell pepper chopped up, you're going to want to add it into the browning ground beef here, or ground turkey in this case. Go ahead and add it in so that it can simmer with the meat. Something you want to keep in mind too, if you're going to use ground beef to do this, you're going to need to use the leanest ground beef you can find. Otherwise you're going to have to drain a lot of grease off. With this turkey there's almost no grease. It basically cooks completely out. So if you're using ground beef, get the leanest ground beef you can find. Otherwise you won't have greasy chili. Okay, once your chili meat is browned, your ground turkey meat has browned, you've got your onion and your bell pepper in there. Next thing you're going to add in there, and this is a lot of seasonings in here, so I'm just going to read off everything that's in here. You got 1½ teaspoons of salt, 1¼ tablespoon of a mixture, even mixture of onion and garlic powder, 1½ tablespoon of a mixture of cumin and oregano, 1½ teaspoons of paprika, and a ½ cup of ground chili pepper. So you just put that right on in there like that there. Put that right over the top there. Then on top of that you're going to add 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, 2 8-ounce cans or 16 ounces of water, 2 cups of water basically. Put that over there like that. This is right here your basic chili. And if you want the easy way of getting all those ground ingredients, all the spices and stuff that I just gave you, go to your local grocery store, pick up some of that 2 alarm chili. I just tried to measure it out in case your local store doesn't have that. You got a pretty good idea what I just put in there. That's all it is, 2 alarm chili kit. Now is when it becomes a special recipe. I'll show you what's next. Alright, in addition to everything that I just told you, I'm going to add it's about a tablespoon, it's probably about a tablespoon of red pepper, maybe a little bit less than that. If you get the 2 alarm chili kit, it's just half of this packet. If you want super hot chili, go ahead. I'm actually making this chili for a chili cook-off, chili contest at work today, and I know for a fact that some of the people there aren't going to want real hot chili. We usually make it with half the packet for our kids at home when we have it here at the house, and they eat it just fine. It's not too hot. If it was just me by myself, I might go ahead and throw the whole pack in there because I like it a little spicy, but in the interest of other people and in the interest of winning the chili contest, I'm going to put about half this packet in there. So, after we got that, now we've got all of our seasonings in. Now comes the special recipe. 1 can of Rotel Original. You could go hot or you could go mild, depending on how hot or mild you want your chili. 1 whole can of that. 1 can of pinto beans, just regular pinto beans. You don't have to drain them or anything, just pour it all the way in there, the whole can. 1 can of ranch style beans. Again, don't drain it or anything, just pour it in there. Cover this, get it stirred up real good, get all those flavors mixing in and loving on one another. Ooh, it smells good. It smells real good. But up to this point right now, it still just looks like a regular pot of chili. I'm gonna let this simmer for a little bit, and then I'll bring out the sacred weapon. Y'all ain't ready for this. I'm gonna put a cover on this. We'll let it simmer for about 30 minutes. Alright, I got a lid on there. Now we wait. You're simmering your chili, something that this is my personal thing, this just how I like to do things. You gotta get a little bit of a boil going on. You can't just have it sitting over here on low heat. I ain't talking about a rolling boil. We're not trying to, boil water. I'm just talking about a little bit of a boil, a little bubbly going around the edges, a nice boil. I was told once a long time ago that your food will never be as thick as it will be once it's been boiled. I don't know if that's true or not, but the guy that told me was like a grand champion barbecue cooker thingy, whatever. So, simmer it with just a little bit of a boil going on, and add that. Okay, so it's been right at almost 30 minutes. I'm cutting it just a hair short because I want to get this in there and let it simmer for a little bit too. But you want to thicken up your chili a little bit. Get this stuff in your chili kit called masa or mesa flour. You add that in there, that'll thicken it up real good. I don't dump the whole thing in there at first. It may be too much. So I'm going to dump about half of this in there. We'll give it a minute and see what that looks like. And then we'll go from there. Alright, it's been a minute or so. That did not thicken it up as much as I would like. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the packet in there. I'm going to go full on masa flour. Full flour action. The full flour coming at you right now, live. Yeah. I just wish you could smell it. I just wish you had smell-o-vision. You ever watch Emeril Lagasse? He used to say all the time, I wish you had smell-o-vision. Another notch. Alright, everything's looking good, thickening up like it should, and now, last but not least, in fact, in my opinion, last but most important, what's the one thing that everybody puts in chili that we haven't already added to this chili? Come on, think about it. Come on, I'll give you a minute. Guess it yet? Everybody tops their chili with a little bit of cheese. So I say, why not throw it on in there now? And that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. And I'm not talking about a little bit of cheese. I'm talking about a half a log of Velveeta, baby. You just throw it in there. Just throw it in there. Just cube it and chunk it. Cube it and chunk it. Cube it and chunk it. It's really a pretty simple process. You just cut up a half a log. You put it all in there. Okay? It's that simple. And then if you want to, you get the little pieces that are left over and you eat those for yourself. Now, you give that a good little stirring. And you continue to let this simmer until all that cheese melts. Once all that cheese melts, keep it on low heat. I'm actually going to take it out of this pot, put it into the crock pot, and just keep it on the keep warm setting until it's lunchtime when everybody at work starts to eat. We break out the chili contest, and hopefully I'll win. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll let you know. Alright, that is the finished product right there. The cheese kind of turns it a little bit of a yellowish color. That's what it looks like. Getting ready to move it over into the crock pot. I will let you know how it turns out. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. I'll post more cooking videos as I cook more cooking stuff in the video with the cooking stuff in the video. Check it out.